Hi, hope you're doing great. Well, I'm going to do a video about killing kittens. And I did one before. You can look it up in my past videos. But this one is about a upcoming cruise that's being planned by Killing Kittens. Now you say, what's Killing Kittens? Killing Kittens is a group that a friend of Kate Middleton started when they were in the school of the prestigious Down House School in Berkshire. And her friend is Emma Sale, who now is 46, but she is still running Killing Kittens. And for all people in Britain, you should know that you are funding Killing Kittens because they got a loan or a grant from the government for $170,000. Let me see what they got. She got and for people in Britain, they should know that they are helping to fund Killing Kittens because the taxpayers gave Killing Kittens a loan of $170,000 to expand her business. So she is now planning a 7-day cruise, which will leave in June 2026 and is expected to be a women's empowerment cruise. There are certain rules that they have disclosed. We don't know all the rules for the cruise, but it is mainly for women to be in control. And it is an orgy sex party for men and women. Now, Emma Sale, as I said, is now 46, and she has this group which is based in London, and it's to allow women to feel in control and to be able to explore their sexuality. For the past 2 decades, it has made a name for hosting luxurious sex parties. These parties go on not just in London, but they're in cities around the world. They have a Killing Kittens in New York, and they probably have one in LA. And so they're all over the world in these really big cities. But this is just the one I'm talking about now is the one that's in London. And the one in London, they've been having their sex parties in grand houses and Mayfair clubs. Often they require black tie dress for the events and are complete with oyster and champagne receptions. Sales, the owner of the organization, says it is valued at $11.5 million as of 2020, and she has strict ground rules for the party. A vetted guest, so you just can't walk in and put down your money. They have to vet you to make sure you are an appropriate guest for this orgy. No single men, so men cannot come by themselves. They just can't get a group of guys and say, hey, let's go to this sex party. Only single women can come, or they can come in couples. So if you're a woman and you just want to learn sex or empower yourself in a sexual relationship, you can come as a single woman or you can come as a couple. So the single woman can pick a man, or it might be a couple of people already in a relationship who want to venture out on this orgy cruise. There is a ban on men approaching women they don't know. So, well, all you have to do is say hi, a couple words, and you kind of know them. So I don't know exactly how well that works, but women are supposed to do all of the propositioning. And what's going to happen if you're on a cruise and you do proposition a woman you don't know? Are they going to throw you overboard? No, they're not going to throw you overboard. They're not going to abandon you at some port. So the cruise is going to leave in June 2026. And it's expected that those rules, at least, will be in effect. Sales, the owner, says she is adamant that her cruise will not be anything like a lifestyle cruise. Instead, this cruise is going to focus on top-end luxury for its 640 kittens alongside their partners or guests. So 640 women, that's a lot of women, will be on this cruise. These are, of course, going to be women that you would find at the more exclusive schools. This is going to be for white women, but I think there are a mixture of maybe some Asian and black, but this is mainly a white woman's orgy. Her parties typically attract women in their early to mid-30s, although she does say that the age range may be slightly higher on the cruise due to the cost of the experience. So young people aren't really going to be able to afford this in many cases. So you might get some women in their 40s. Interior cabins, those cabins without windows, will cost £3,999, or you can get an entire suite for £10,499. Sales says she has picked a cruise line that has done adult parties in the past, and so she didn't want to have somebody who was inexperienced. Now with P. Diddy's party, that his son is being sued by one of the boat crew members, they had done sex parties on board, but because P. Diddy's son, King, was making strong advances toward this woman and touching her body in all places very aggressively, she is suing. But this cruise line has rules, and they are used to doing adult sex orgy type parties. She says she's been working on this cruise for 2 years, and part of it was finding the right company that has experience, because she didn't want to get on the boat and then find out there were restrictions as to what they could do sexually. So she said she has found somebody who's game for the cruise. The cruise is going to visit Monaco, Portofino, Florence, and Palma in Majorca, and it's going to offer the usual amenities as well as activities more tailored for the experience, such as tantric massage workshops. So there's also going to be an educational side. You're going to be able to get a tantric massage, but you're also going to learn about tantric massage, and that's going to be your education. There are going to be other workshops on how to give a massage with confidence, how to communicate and handle jealousy, and it's going to be a mixed holiday cruise, party, and adult education. Sales claims her firm is booming thanks to the UK's increasingly liberal attitude towards sex and sexuality. And it also was helped by the isolation that was required during the pandemic. Since person-to-person events have resumed, Killing Kittens has seen a 400% rise in attendance, with some evenings attracting up to 900 people. Now, as I said, these Killing Kittens parties are at major cities around the world, so she's talking, I guess, about the whole business, not just one event. Sales said she is aimed to combat British queasiness around sex, especially where women's sexuality is confirmed. And of course, with the current king and queen, Camilla, the British are becoming much less queasy about sex. She said that our sexuality drives us all far more than religion and politics. But thanks to the way the world has been run for years, it's been squashed and put in the seedy, dirty camp that you can't talk about, particularly when it comes to women's sexuality. Much of the company's growth in recent years can be put down to sales savvy digital mind. Killing Kitten's social media platform, which is a cross between Facebook's and a dating app, has at least 180,000 members. So that is something. If you are interested, you can have your sex orgy experience for 7 days on this cruise, which going to some beautiful places, but with all this sex, I imagine you're going to be tired. How are you going to get out of bed? How are you going to get off the boat and walk around? I mean, it's going to be really a whole lot. And when you get on the boat, I imagine there's going to be a lot of mixing of partners. So you're going to come on the boat with Ben, and then these 640 women are going to be looking around for sexual partners, because that's the whole purpose of the trip, and that's the only thing they're going to be looking at. And so if your Ben is attractive, you might not see Ben again until after the cruise is over, if you see him then. And so it's going to be really wild. Now, it's said that Kate was involved with this group when she was at the school. However, I don't know if that's true, but this is one of her best friends. So you would imagine if this is her best friend and she's having sex parties, we judge people by the company they keep, so that we would imagine that Kate was also highly involved in the building of this company and these sex parties, which are all over the place. So, sounds interesting. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of good food, I would imagine, because she's trying to keep it upper class. She doesn't want it to get too lowbrow. Is it much different than P. Diddy's parties? Well, you never know. I mean, you could bring a man on and he could want sex with other men. It doesn't necessarily mean that the man you bring on is going to want to have sex with a female. Or he might want threesomes. He might want uh, two women, or it could be two men and a woman. You don't know exactly what you're getting these days as far as the combination, but there are going to be 640 women, so you would imagine that probably a large number of these people are going to be looking for one-to-one heterosexual activities. But you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get. So yes, you could end up with a P. Diddy party on this cruise, except that you can't get off. This is going to be 7 days. So that if you want to be at P. Diddy's party for 7 days, this sounds like the cruise that you might want to be on. And of course, I would imagine they're going to have condoms everywhere. I imagine they're going to have a doctor or several doctors on board to take care of the any diseases, to have somebody checked out for any curious lumps or bumps or rashes or evidence of a sexually transmitted disease. I imagine they're going to be doing some blood testing on this cruise, because people will probably see somebody on board that they have questions about and they'll want to get them tested. So it will be the whole range of things. They're going to have these classes to teach you emotionally how to deal with losing your partner to somebody else. So that would be very interesting. And that's what, people are suggesting with Kate right now. They say Kate is having problems with her marriage and that she is jealous of other women, or she is unhappy with her marriage. I don't know exactly what's going on with Kate, but that's the kind of thing they're going to be teaching you on this cruise. How to deal with the stressful part of your marriage that's, might come depending on your job or your personality or how attractive women are to you. You have to learn how to deal with these situations, and that's one of the things this Killing Kittens cruise is going to teach people over the 7 days. So it sounds like it's going to be really wild. You're going to need a lot of energy. These people are going to be in their 20s and 30s, mostly, she hopes, and they're going to be high energy, and so it'll be interesting. So what do you think? The Killing Kittens 7-day sex orgy cruise, going to many fabulous places, but are you really going to be able to enjoy them? We'll have to listen and wait and see. Maybe somebody who takes the cruise will report to us and we can see how it goes. Okay. And if you want to take the Killing Kittens cruise, we will be collecting money. If you want to offer money, we will support someone going on the Killing Kittens cruise and giving us a first-hand account of what went on and what it was like. So, how's that for an offer? Okay, like and subscribe.